What is up, everyone? Welcome to Therapist Talks, where we'll be doing another reaction off I Fell in Love with My Psychiatrist series, parts 18.5 to 20. Again, whatever information I give on here is not to be taken as therapeutic advice, or I am not also diagnosing anyone in the video or in any form. I am not mental health diagnosing. And yeah, without further ado, let's begin another reaction video.
Hey there. I had to take the morning and afternoon off of TikTok today, as you can imagine. This has gone beyond what I have ever imagined. And it's also proving to me how important it is that I continue to tell my story. I'm aware that many people don't believe me, think I'm lying, think I'm fabricating, and that's okay, because I'm telling my story for the people that are going to hear it, the ethical providers, the other survivors. Let's talk about my former client who's getting a lot of traction. I wouldn't know because she blocked me. This one is especially hard for me because she's someone that I also considered a friend.
So former client. So from what I know, she's a life coach or an ADHD coach. And I guess this person's going live now or talking about her relationship with her. I'm not sure. And then, yeah, her saying like, oh, she's a friend and whatnot. Yeah, we shall see.
My only client that I've ever had that was my friend first. And so her betrayal is...
Sorry, friend first. So that's, again, in the therapy world, you can never do this. As a licensed mental health professional, you can never be friends with someone first or give therapy to them or any type of services. Just like psychiatry, I'm assuming, is just not professional or appropriate. Again, with life coaching or ADHD coaching, there's no board holding you accountable for your actions or licensing board or whatnot because it's not an actual license. But again, yeah, it also changes the relationship dynamics, especially when it comes to the power. When you begin friends or being friends with someone and then now being a coach of some sort. So do not recommend it. Am I surprised that she did that? No, I'm not actually.
Is extra stingy. It's okay if she wasn't happy with my coaching services. I have plenty of clients that have finished 12 weeks with me and then re-signed for more coaching. And the way that I left it with this client slash friend who's on here spreading what she wants to spread, was she told me that she was going to leave me a positive review, film a testimonial video for me, and she seemed really happy. So if she wasn't happy, that's on her to tell me what she wasn't happy about so we could make that right. And if she wants to say that I scammed her, that's okay. If she wants to say that I forced her to stay on the phone while she made her first payment, okay, her card got declined and she seemed really flustered. So I said, I'll wait with you. No problem. And yeah, she was really apologetic. I'm like, yeah, it's totally fine. And
I will say one thing that is something we as therapists or licensed therapists go through. Financial things have ruined so many therapeutic relationships. I cannot even begin to count because money is like a difficult thing to talk about. And I'm assuming coaches go with this too. Because yeah, if you can't pay for your services, I can't give you therapy. And if there's issues with their insurance, then it's up to me, the provider, to work it out through insurance or whatnot. Or if they have a deductible, all of a sudden they cannot afford to pay. That causes issues. And again, one route is just obviously informing them of their payments or putting it to collections. I mean, it really sucks. And I have lost like therapeutic clients because of like financial stuff. So I agree with her. It's a sticky thing, even with therapists. It really is.
She also said I told her to use ChatGPT. I tell my clients all the time to use ChatGPT because it's a huge tool that I use. So I use it for all different sorts of things. So if I found something helpful in my life, I'm going to share it with my clients. And if she wants to come on here and take advantage of the internet piling on me and pile on me as well, okay. The other message is that The yoga studio I taught at, I no longer teach at. Enough said. Please leave them alone. Third is I'm horrified that people are putting the psychiatrist's photo, full name, family information. I couldn't even find that. You guys are intense.
Again, you started all of this. You started all of this when you put his name out there. And it's hard to believe that you didn't have some type of vindictive behavior towards him to do that. Again, I'll never know the real reason if that is, but yeah, you started all this.
And it sucks. It sucks. But I will continue to tell my story because it is the truth. It is the truth. And
it is your truth. Your truth in the situation. The psychiatrist cannot defend himself or go online to defend himself or talk about the situation because that will danger his license. I mean, what you've done right now has significantly endangered his license that he's worked so hard to obtain, going through undergraduate degree, medical school to get licensed as a psychiatrist. I just like it's so incredibly hard to do what that man has done. And yes, if he has done horrendous, despicable things to clients, yes, he deserves to lose his license. From what I'm hearing from you, he does not deserve to lose his license. Again, I don't know the story. I'm not assuming I know the whole entire story, but what that man is going through emotionally, I feel for him. Mainly just because he cannot defend himself. And he's probably going through an investigation. I can almost guarantee you he's going through a significant investigation right now and that he could lose his license. And it's just bullshit what you, well, with all due respect, put him through from what I'm hearing now. If there's stuff that I don't know, okay, but I don't know it.
People really don't like my truth. And I am okay with that because it just really threatens people's thinking that all psychiatrists and mental health professionals are safe. And I just want to let people know that it's okay if you run into one that isn't so safe. That's why I am here to share.
And again, yeah, great. She makes a great point. Her video is not doing that though. Her video is portraying, I feel like, something else. But I will say this, she makes a good point. It is great to have the awareness of like, yes, not all mental health professionals are good people. Not all psychiatrists are good people. There could be a good amount of bad eggs, but there's also some good eggs. But yes, she made a good point in the sense of it's important to have that awareness of like, oh wow, like I get really negative bad vibes from this therapist. Like I should not feel obligated to see them again. I will refer myself out or just not reschedule another appointment or just again find another provider that I have better chemistry with that could better help me reach my goals. So yes, good observation, but it's not really her observation, but it's a good thing for the public to know that.
My own story. And I do want to say thank you so much to all of the ethical therapists who have reached out to me to like thank me for sharing my story and to tell me that they believe me. I've seen some of them try to make videos defending me and they get absolutely dogpiled. So most of them take them down. But I see you, I hear you.
I would like to see those
Some people
videos.
ask what it means when I put on my shoes at my psychiatrist's office. I have ADHD. I do not like wearing shoes. I like sitting in chairs weirdly. So usually when I go anywhere, I just kick off my shoes and sit in a chair weird. If you know, you know. Okay. So when I got to my car, I was like, oh my gosh, like what was that? And did he just say see you next month? Because it was weird. So I go home kind of rattled, just like, wow, that was intense. And I decided to write the email to my therapist. I'll put it right here. The one who had begged me to come in for another session, who is also having inappropriate boundary crossings with me.
Just give me one second. I want to like read this a little bit. House. Oh, I didn't know she did therapy at her house. Okay. Yeah, yeah, and I mentioned this in my last video, just the whole well, so she said if it would help, I'd be happy to fill out a form if you would like to send me one. Like, I wonder if she means like an assessment form, because sometimes, like as therapists, we give screenings and assessments to clients. Before our first session, they would give us like a rating score, and then they would give us like a post therapy screening score, whatever, hoping, let's say, there have been, so it's like evidence that there has been improvements in therapy from, let's say, from an anger scale, you started at an 8 and then you left therapy at a 2 or a 1. It's showing that you made progress, if that's what she meant by that. But yeah, just again, going to the, anyways, it's fine. I read it, so let's go.
And so I just told her, I was like, look, I understand it was sudden, but if I were to come back in, it'd be more for you than for me. And I'm happy to fill out a form, right? Here, give me a form to fill out for your notes. And then she said, it's a part of my clinical integrity to invite you back in, to put your needs above mine, your clinical integrity. Yeah, I did not write her back. I did not write her back. And it was in this week where a bunch of stuff, just started to shift. Like the week after was Valentine's Day. And that same ex-boyfriend, the one that was, also not respecting my boundaries, who said, can we hang out? And I said, no. And then he texted me, happy Valentine's Day. So guess what I did? I blocked him. And guess what happened? It felt so good to block him. And it just got me started thinking like, oh, what else is taking my energy? What else is taking my power? What else is...
Let me guess, the psychiatrist that you have a crush on, is that where she's going to go with us? I'm very, very curious, where she's going with this. And what did she get out of all this? What did she get out of telling us that she blocked him and feels empowered? Is there an attention thing, or is she really hoping that people learn from her experiences?
It's taking my vital resource, right? So just kind of set the stage, that little power block. Something I forgot to mention about that February session is that I did ask him why he stopped responding to my emails. Because I thought that the countertransference email he was definitely going to write back to, because let's talk about that, right? But no, I had to bring it up in session, where he usually brought up what I would email him in session. So that was the difference. So after the intimate dream confession, as I was leaving and he was following me, I asked him, I said, do you like it when I email you? Because I realized that you're just not writing me back. And he said, well, it's not that I don't like it. It's that I wonder, why does she do it? And I looked at him and I said, it's because I want attention from you. I was honest. I'm an honest person. Sometimes.
And again, that is something, if everything what she's saying is true and taking at face value, yeah, that could have been like a great question of him to ask her the next session. But again, I'm going to say this over again. It's just so unusual for me to have these type of sessions with my psychiatrist. So it's just, yeah, I don't know.
Too honest. So I told him I won't email you anymore. Another thing that happened after that session was I was waiting for my pharmacy to text me that my script was ready. And I called them and they said, oh, yeah, we didn't get your refill. I was like, what? So I called the office staff, and it was so unlike my psychiatrist to miss my refill. That man operated as a doctor with surgical precision. He did not miss a refill.
So again, they've been working together for 3 years, missed one refill. I mean, crap happens, people. I wonder if she is reading too much into it. That's why I always take it upon myself to, again, calling the facility or whatever, like, hey, I got to refill this or that, whatever. So missing 1 in 3 years, I think, is just pretty good. I mean, it's not excusable, but mistakes happen.
No. So this is why he was very affected by the intimate dream, why he followed me out to the foyer, why he said, see you next month. He was affected. And even the office manager was like, haha, I can't wait to make fun of him for forgetting your refill, because it was so unlike him. So he sent my refill in, got my refill for the month.
I don't think that's what the receptionist meant by that at all. It was just, maybe it could have been just taken as a friendly joke that you missed a refill in general. It had nothing to do with like your story or your the narrative that you created for yourself and whatnot in the situation. So
and then I started spiraling with just how strong my feelings had gotten for him. That man knew exactly what to do to keep me seeking his validation, and it was working. He also was psychologically trained on how to keep me attached to him, and that was working. And it was like a torture chamber in my mind, but I thought it was love. So I blocked that ex-boyfriend, and what I'd like to say is that when you block people from your life or remove them from your life that are draining you, the universe will reward you with good things. So I'd been making content on Instagram for months at this point about ADHD. And a couple days after I blocked my ex-boyfriend on Valentine's Day, I went viral on Instagram, like millions and millions of views on this silly reel that I posted about ADHD and alcohol and how ADHDers often use alcohol to quiet their brains. It really helped grow my business, and it just made me so much stronger and that much better. I'm here today sharing my story so I can heal more. And some of the ethical providers have clocked that I'm showing up messy because I'm still processing trauma. I'm still processing being attached to a man whose professional training was how to get into people's heads. And it's not lost on me that the internet is dogpiling me from speaking from the exact state that the psychiatrist put me in. I've been going live every night since I started telling my.
Well, we'll just stop it there, and next series we'll continue up part 21. Yeah, that's where we're at. Let me know if you have any thoughts or ideas about this video. Comment down below. Again, thank you everyone for subscribing to my channel, liking it, sharing it. Much appreciated. And yeah, so until next time, please be well.